That's real technical stuff. Like we'll leave it. Leave that kind of stuff to the pros, okay? The whole slapping, the clapping.
Yeah,
because what's so crazy is you could easily just do it like that, but I had to be all fancy and stuff. So just what I do, just what I do.
Better to be seen, not heard, right now. Just
Yeah, you probably didn't know that I'm actually wearing makeup right now.
I honest to God did not.
Yeah, I put makeup on today. I had to put makeup on because I was doing this. So one of the little things you don't know about me is like every once in a while I'll get a wild hair up my asshole, and I will try out for plays and shit. And so I knew I was gonna be on camera today for doing this play because they were recording like auditions, and so I just wanted to make myself look a little bit better because I feel like I'm always a shoe-in for those kind of things. But like there's always I feel like I'm a shoe-in just because I'm so super cocky with what I do. But I am.
We didn't notice.
Come on, like I do a solo podcast. Like, come on, a little bit has to show that. Okay, he's a little arrogant, a little bit. But I do those just because I think they're good to see like other directors and see how they work with actors. So it'd be good for me. But yeah, I was trying out for a play today. Just a little thing that I do.
Can we know the name of it?
Oh, it's like Brooklyn. Yeah, it's like a... Huh?
Do you sing?
No, not musicals. There's a difference.
I already know how you feel about it.
I do not like musicals. I do not like musicals whatsoever.
If I could just catch you in one time.
The very first production I ever worked on was a musical when I was like in the 8th grade. I had the antagonist character, so like the third role. So it was pretty solid. And yeah, I had a solo and everything. And let me tell you, talk about something I fucking hated. Loved the acting part of it. Hated any of the singing stuff. I'm like, this is not, we just killed all the momentum of the story by singing.
It's all right.
No, it's not all right. It's not fun. It's not a good story structure.
Like the whole, like here and there, cool. But sometimes people do too much.
They always do too much. Like by putting music into like their art. Like no, you had an awesome story. Just keep the story going. You just told me that the huge significant reason why this whole movie is going to happen. Like, oh damn, like your dad died, like, and then like now your uncle's trying to kill you. It's like, okay, this makes sense. Let's keep that moving. Right. Let's keep it going. You don't need to fucking sing to make this any better. It's not good. I don't know. To me, it just kills a lot of it.
I hear you. So your little play, Brooklyn.
Yeah. So I was doing Pedro.
Yeah,
very Latin. Stereotypical. I'm a typecast actor. I like to assume that's what I probably would be. I would probably have like 3. I'd have like the bro. And I'm just being honest. Like if we're really looking at this, like in casting aspects of stuff, because I worked in casting for like many years, and so my look, I have like the bro look. I have the indigenous look. So if you're doing like some sort of movie with like Native Americans or like Mayan Indians, like any like Inca stuff, I could easily play any of that. Just give me a little like put a spray tan on me, put some of like that war paint. I look just like one of those motherfuckers. And then I have like just a very like hard, like I'd be like maybe like one of the people that you use to kill off in a storyline. So if like the main character has somebody they need to kill, I would be one of those little like just plopping actors that would look like, oh yeah, he looks like he's in the mafia. And then boom, I get killed. I'm done.
Oh, so just like a small part.
Yeah, I'm one of those like little like filler parts.
Oh, yeah. So you're not in there trying to be the lead.
No, I would never want to be no. I don't. I understand acting. Like actors are very sensitive, and their whole art. And this is this is the first time we've ever gotten to talk about like filmmaking. By the way, this is Rachel. Everyone, we need it.
Hi.
We're like 4.5 minutes into this.
They're like, who is this girl?
We are employees at the same
team members.
Yeah, at our job, and so that's how we met. We've been working at the same place I've been working there for like about a year and a half now because of the whole COVID stuff. That's how I got involved with that job. And we have, just been talking a lot lately. I'm like, hey, you know what? Aaron's out of town. I need to have a co-host, and I keep talking about all the time that, I'm going to do, other podcasts with other people, but it's so weird. It's so weird to ask someone to be like, hey, like, I have this thing that I do. I talk on these microphones and I record it. You want to come and do that? Like, it is a weird, hard sell.
It's kind of cool though.
I mean, like, yeah, it can be, but you can also look at it as like you're 32 years old and you're on the third floor of a mansion talking to a microphone in front of a camera. So
whatever floats your boat, though, my man.
I mean, I guess. So, yeah, we are employees at the same place, and yeah, I thought she would be a good person to have on and start doing this and be the, and you're also, I haven't done a podcast with another female or with another female. I'm coming out as this podcast. I am non-binary and I am astrogendered. So please, everyone, look at me and please, yes, applaud. Yes, I love that. Thank you so much, because I'm a strong, powerful person, and I also deserve to have my little platform too.
I'm here for it.
Oh,
all
God.
love, baby, all love. I'm here for it.
Yeah, but no, but so I just, like, you're actually, since my very first podcast I ever did, I was working for this company called BuzzFeed, not BuzzFeed. It was AfterBuzz TV. So it was all reality television stuff. So like Real Housewives, any of the random like WB shows. Remember the old WB? Yeah, all those shows. Like they had podcasts. Like people would watch these shows and then they would come, and we had this huge house in Burbank, California, and so it just looked like a normal house on the outside, but the inside was completely gutted, and it just like by floors, it was just studios. In the backyard, there's this big like guest house, and it had studios in that, and it was just podcasting studios, like film like things. It was an awesome place to work. It was almost like a little Disneyland for filmmakers. And occasionally we would have people come on, like actual actors from the show come on to the podcast and stuff like that. So like my very first podcast I ever did was, did you ever watch the show The League? With there's this girl called Shiva, which was the whole they based the whole. Oh
my God, I have watched that.
They based the whole trophy around her. That woman, that girl.
I've watched them all.
Yeah, she was the very first podcast I worked on with, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is the first time I remember. Like, I was like 20.
The girl who's Shiva in the show.
Yeah,
she's stunning.
Yeah, that stunning Indian girl.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
she's beautiful.
I'm like, what the fuck?
She's awesome.
So. But yeah,
that show's hilarious. Yeah, sorry, I didn't.
It was a good show.
The league, and then you said that, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, Shiva, the girl. Like, I'm like, I remember coming into the studio the first time. Like, hey, John, this is the studio. This is when you're gonna be working in. Like, this is, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was like so fucking high because I had no idea. It was before like podcasting was podcasting. Before it was like a big thing. So like we were literally like this like pirate radio house. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, I had no idea. I remember I got the job because the guy was like, yeah, come and check out the place. He gave me a tour and he's like, all right, well, be here on Monday at 8. And I'm like, what? Like there was no any of this. There was no like interviewing me of like showing me or like telling me or like asking like what audio, engineering skills do you have? I had like just school, like just knowing how to like connect an inbox or a microphone to a computer, like simple stuff. Never pretty fresh at this. And I got my very first one was this chick. I'm like, holy shit, like you're actually like a real actress, and then you actually do stuff. Like, what the fuck? And boom, just kind of went on from there. And then I'm super cool. Doing this. Yeah. But it was, since from her, so that was like several years ago, almost 10 years ago. Wow. So you're the second woman to ever be on a podcast with me. I'm basic. So what skills do you do? What do you do? What kind of art do you do? You sing?
I do enjoy singing.
You enjoy singing. You don't. It's so funny because you're just someone like, okay, so I have abilities, or I have like, I think I like to have some art skills, and I'm trying to use this to like become a person and like use this to become my income. But you're just like, you have ability, and you're like, nah, I don't want to do any of that shit. I'm cool with just being a normal person. Like, you're like, I do not want any of that bullshit. You even told me, like, why would I want to be famous? Like, fuck that. Like, why would I want people to know who I am?
Yeah, it comes with too much. Like, the money would be great. And I like singing for people. I just don't want it to turn into anything.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm saying I'm that good that I would make it. But nonetheless, it's just a lot. Comes with a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's
it
true.
affects everybody around you because people will try to get a hold of anybody who knows you.
Mm-hmm. True. It does. I mean, like, I don't have any fame whatsoever. Like, it's so funny because people like, oh my God, you have like 15.4 people, like 1,000 people following you on Instagram. Like, it doesn't mean shit, dude. Do you not see the activity? My activity is not that high. Like, it's a very small niche of people who enjoy like the things that I do. And it's like, just because you get these numbers, it doesn't mean shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a fun little world to like try to be in. And
it's a start.
But it's weird. Yeah, I don't recommend it to anyone. And especially when I worked in Los Angeles, and I lived in Los Angeles. And when I was there, I was working as a casting. I was assistant to a casting director, and so like you're right there in the heap of all that shit, and you're just like seeing people come in all the time, just like, oh my God, it's really weird seeing on the other end. You're like, all these people trying to do this thing, and it's like, just so that when you see someone who can do those things, you're just like, oh, well, I'm cool. I just want to be chill. Yeah. It's a very
people get really, really upset. You know who you are. People get super upset at me because I don't try out for The Voice or America's Got Whatever, all those shows, American Idol. And plus, I don't have a story.
That's the thing. You don't have to have a story.
But most of those shows you do. They're like
Put the microphone closer to your mouth.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There we go. Right there.
Okay, I don't have a story. I'm just your basic white girl out here in these streets. Like, you
don't need to have a crazy story.
I have my parents still. They're divorced. That's it. I lost my grandmother. That's it. Like, I'm a regular person. So I wouldn't make it. I don't think I'd make it because I'm just regular.
Too regular for it?
I think so.
No, it's the thing is, like, I don't think you need to have. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's helpful because like it's also helpful for your art too. Because like I have, having a story of like my mom leaving me at the foot of a church when I was 5. Like that's a great storyline to anything.
What I'm saying? And you could totally. You have musical abilities. You just don't want to use them.
No.
And that's okay. See?
And so, but I do film. I like just try
right.
one
you gotta
thing.
Stay at one. Yeah, I feel that.
It's so hard to like try to like do all of them.
Yeah.
It's just so much stuff. It's
too much.
Because it's already hard to do one.
It's super hard. One year, I think this was like 3-4 years ago. No, this was forever ago. I don't know how long ago. Maybe like 10. But nonetheless, I recorded a Christmas CD or a Christmas album.
Right.
I think it had like 6 songs on it. And I went to the recording studio twice for 3 hours.
Isn't it fun the first time? Like, it's weird the first time you hear your voice in these.
It's crazy.
Because right now we can hear our voices like super loud.
Yeah.
But being a young kid and singing into it, you're like, what the fuck?
I'm like, oh my goodness. I liked doing this. Because I needed to hear it, like hear it too. But
because it's an echo. It's an echo when you hear it here a little bit.
Yeah, and so I had to pull out a little bit. But 3 hours of straight singing was unbelievably exhausting.
Oh yeah, it's incredibly hard.
Unbelievably exhausting. And then I had to stop after 3 hours because I'm like, oh my, like my voice I'm getting tired.
Mm-hmm.
And I did the most. I did honey, tea, water, everything beforehand. And then the second day, same thing. And I was like, that was 6 hours of singing. I can't imagine doing an album.
But like your voice does get used to doing this all the time.
I know.
And then eventually you start finding you find these little grooves. Yeah. I call them grooves. You just feel them. You do it, and so you can live in that, and you can control it a lot more, and so you're not straining it. Because when you're young, you have no control over any of any of your vocal cords, and it's so funny. Like I would love to see a lot of these people who like got all state choirs in high school and like hear their voice now and see how much more control if they even do it anymore, because it's like it's totally different. Like once you have control of it and you understand it, it makes it a little bit easier to do this.
It is. It took me a couple years to get really good control because I sing by hearing, so because I can mimic people too. I can mimic accents for the most part, and so I can pretty much sing anything I hear. Not everything, but a lot of things. Because I can't read music. I wish I could. I'd be so much more useful if I could read music. So I could play a piano.
It's not hard.
I'd be worth a lot more money. But I'm just a voice.
It's not hard. takes a little time. It's like
but I'd have to put
uncomfortability is like 10 minutes
everything.
versus like the time of like how much you're going to enjoy after that.
But I'd have to put everything in it, and then just.
What's wrong? Like you're just like, nope. You just don't have. You don't see the rewards of
No, because
coming.
I'm too out. Like if somebody says something to me, I mean, I guess I would be. I'd have to be good. I'm pretty outspoken, so I'm not one to shy away from somebody saying something messed up to me and me not responding,
Right?
whether it be appropriate or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably have to check myself a couple times. And that's something I just don't want to do.
You don't want to do it. That's fine. That's what makes it so awesome. Is like I'm like, nope. I was told I had one person tell me that I'm like, oh yeah, you're semi-talented at this film stuff. I'm like, all right, well I'm just gonna stick to this and I'm gonna fucking run away with it. I'm like just gonna do this.
Look at everything now.
Yeah, and dude, that's what's so funny. Like people, I also tell people too, like if you really love this, if you really want to do this stuff, you'll find ways. Like I use clamp lights.
You'll figure it out. Yeah.
Like it's just like you don't need all this crazy shit. Like, is it nice? Does it make it a little bit easier? Like that much easier. Right. But like it's just all about like how much skill and how much love do you have into it. Because if you just love something, like you could be spending 20 hours working at it and it doesn't feel like anything. It just feels like you're just doing what you want to do.
Exactly.
So like, yeah, all this is like, I'm like, yeah, John, like you need to give yourself sometimes been like a little bit of tap on the back. Because the fact the equipment that you do use and it's like that took you time to acquire.
Exactly. Achieve.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's like, because if you saw like some of my other stuff, like my independent stuff, you'd be like, and like now, like, oh, wow, like there's a significant growth in his work.
His independent stuff's awesome, by the way.
Thank you. She has seen a lot of my short films, which it's so funny. Like, if people saw, like, you've seen both sides. We're gonna another little pat on my back here. So you've seen both sides. You see my Instagram stuff, which is pretty much just like it's just consistent bullshit work. It's just like whatever. And you've seen my real serious stuff that I've put my heart into. Of like, oh, that's a story that you lived through. Like it's night and day, isn't it? What it is. Yeah, it's.
But it's not a bad thing though.
No, it's not a bad thing at all. But it is just like you'd be like, oh, you wouldn't see that if you just only see my Instagram stuff. You're like, oh wow, he actually has a real.
I'm just kidding. No, obviously. I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking how to transition into that. Your independent films, would you ever like put them out there for the public?
Yeah. Like the only reason why I haven't put them out yet is just because like they're going. Right? Yeah, they're just going to. I feel like they lose shimmer when they are sitting out there and people already seen them. And plus, too, like it's harder for you to like be able to sell it because it's on YouTube and it's technically not yours anymore.
Oh, and then people can steal your ideas.
Well, not that. It's like it's on YouTube, so it's like they have some rights to it too. And so then if you don't have it up on anything, then like nobody has any rights to it except you as the filmmaker. Like the less people that are able to like, it's weird with those kind of things because they do have a little bit of rights to it because you are putting once you upload something onto their database, like it is kind of like you do lose some, and because you have to follow by like their guidelines and all that stuff. So
well, that makes sense. Pretty much everything I hit my mouth there with.
Yeah, it hurts, doesn't it? It hurts like hell. I did that last week.
I barely did it though. I barely did it.
It hurts like a bitch.
It was like a little boop. Oh, oops, sorry. Hopefully I'm not just like over here breathing into this.
No, you need, like I like to eat my mic. That was so weird.
I'm
I love doing that.
Sometimes I don't realize how loud I start to get, and then I'm like, ooh, pull back.
You can just
so
get loud.
Get
loud. You can talk loud. See, I can talk out here, you can have it out here. It's yeah. All
right. Okay. Got it.
But yeah. So we're like almost 20 minutes into this
already.
Yeah. So you want to do a hard open?
Let's.
All right. So, so the hard open is basically just like the video of the week. So this is like out of all the videos I found, I thought this was the most funny one. I think I might have already shown you this, but we'll definitely see. So we'll see.
No mames. No mames, güey. No mames. No mames. Por favor. Tranquila. No, me está doliendo ya. Ya, me cortaron el... Güey, por favor, no tengo dedo. un documental.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys, this is the Aaron Show with your hosts, Aaron and John Mouse.
I thought that was one of the funniest videos.
I remember that video.
Yeah, I did. Okay, so I did send that video to you.
That was rough.
Was it rough? I thought it was hilarious.
Though.
Like, why would you ever, like, the dog's barking? Why would you ever put your finger into a dog's?
Okay,
It's in Mexico, like, or
So,
Latino, like any Latin-speaking
you
country.
shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
My friend just told me literally today. One of my best friends told me that for some reason there's a misconception among people that it's okay to put your hand in front of a dog.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't do that, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
If the dog wants to mess with you, it's going to come up to you. And if it doesn't, it's not going to. So you putting your hand in front of it is sometimes like aggressive. Like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to step to me. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I definitely do that.
Yeah. You got to be careful.
Like, okay, well, that's good to know because it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Totally makes sense. Like,
why?
if
Now,
someone
if
didn't want
it
to
comes to you and it's already smelling you, like that's one thing because it wanted to come up on you.
right.
But if not, leave the animal
Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Yeah,
That
but
is the
that's.
philosophy.
I
Leave
thought
the
it was-
creatures.
But yeah, I thought that was like one of the funniest. That was so fucking hilarious.
That was a lot. That was a big chunk.
Yeah, dude, she lost like the first nut.
that
Like
was
that was down to like the
huge.
middle,
Yeah.
like halfway down to the middle of the second
Yeah,
digit.
That was
Yeah, it was rough. It was
That
rough.
was a lot of blood.
A lot of blood.
Lot of
yeah.
blood.
Did you ever have you gotten bit by any animals or like?
I've gotten bit by a snake, but it was just a little garter snake.
A little garter snake? I've never been by. Does it hurt?
It hurt a little bit.
Bit?
It actually happened at work, and I brought it. Because I've wrangled so many snakes at work, dude. It's unbelievable. But
They got in the building?
yeah,
Really?
Yeah, and I save them off sticky traps. I like snakes, people. Snakes are good. They eat mice. Okay, anyway.
They do. They
And huge bugs like cicadas. Absolute trash. Anyway, you know that's
fucking
coming
17.
up in August.
Yeah, those 17-year-old fucking ass bugs.
Anyway,
They're already coming out in
yeah,
Indiana.
Well, I'm sure it's about that time.
Yeah.
But anyway,
It's like, oh, it's this
it bit
time.
me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I knew it was a garter snake, but I wanted to mess with my manager, so I was like, hey, the snake bit me, but I'm pretty sure it's a garter snake. If not, in 30 minutes we'll find out. They're like, Rachel, oh my God, you need to sit in this office for 30 minutes. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. It's a
No,
garter
it's a
snake.
garter
I'll
snake.
be fine. Well, we're liable. I know. So anyway,
Reliable.
yeah.
Reliable.
I think a snake. I've been stepped on by a horse.
Ooh.
That hurts. Left a nice little hoof print right here, right on the inside of my thigh. The cinch popped underneath of her, and she freaked out, started bucking, and I went black. Like I just went black, and my grandparents, because it was at my grandparents' house, my grandparents said I just fell real slow. And then I slipped underneath her, and she stepped on my thigh.
Oh, damn.
But guess I had to get right back on her. My grandparents like, you can't let her. If you don't get back on her, she's gonna think that's how you get off of her. And so I had to get right back on her, and it was fine. And then I got off her and died.
Oh, my God.
It was horrible.
So you have to get on her and then, like, what, pet her or, like, what,
Well,
ride around with her a little
make
bit?
her go. I backed her up. Because usually if a horse doesn't do what you want it to do, you usually just stop it and you back it up a little bit, stop, and then make it go again.
Mm.
So we just...
Why? Because
it
that,
was
like,
in a-
re-triggers their brain or something?
Yeah, it gets them to focus.
Okay.
Pay attention, like, hey, I'm talking to you. But we were in a round pen, so there wasn't really anywhere she could go either. But that hurt.
Yeah.
She was a big girl.
And then
That
you have
hurt.
to... Ugh. And then you have
So
to...
that was it, really. I've never been bit by a dog.
Yeah, I've never been by a dog. I've never really been bitten by anything, any weird animals or anything like that. Because I never get around animals, weird animals.
I guess I was stung at the same time by 2 yellow jackets when I was a kid.
Ugh.
It turned my lip white.
Ugh.
But I was like, you're fine. We're staying home. I was like, cool. Thanks, Dad. Good luck, Jarek. Luckily, I was fine.
Yeah, I've been bitten. I've gotten stung by a bee and stuff like that. But I guess that's the only weird thing.
I don't mess with bees. I love them, but I don't mess with them.
I don't know. That's what they're really cool. Apparently, they're like pretty intelligent little creatures.
They are, but they
Yeah,
are.
they have like, because I don't know if you ever listened to like Joe Rogan's podcast.
I have before, yes.
But he apparently, when he was on Fear Factor, they were doing something with bees, and they the bees came up, and then the bees from like that community came over, and they had all the bees went up in the air, and they just kind of like did some thing, and like the bee wrangler was like, oh, you just gotta let them fucking do their thing. They're just talking, like making sure that they know each other. It's weird. And then like apparently cell phone signals have been starting to fuck with bees too, because the fact that we're able to do more of those towers now, starting to fuck with them. I guess I don't know. I literally have done zero to little research on it, just stuff I've heard.
Know. Yeah, same.
Yeah, so
I
it's
don't know
like,
a ton,
but
I know they're endangered.
Are they? They're endangered. It's like you wouldn't think like something like that would ever go in danger, because it's such a small thing that's so easy to like. They populate so fast.
Yeah. Did you see the white rhino? Last white rhino died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did see that.
That's sad.
Yeah, I like your stories, because your stories like provide like real like information. Unlike my stuff is the dumb dude. Tomorrow's gonna be solid. That Corona one, that was my I lost my shit on the Sublime. Like, I'm gonna tell my kids this was coronavirus, and it was this picture of the Sublime.
Yes, I died at that. I was like, oh man, those random memes kill me.
Yeah, that's my humor. My humor is so very, very tunneled. It's very targeted, but it works. I don't know. It's funny.
People think it's funny.
It's I like to look at my art as it is escapism.
Yeah.
You just want to get away from all the bullshit. Like, I don't want to hear about any of the Pisces or the Gemini month. I don't want none of that shit. No musicals. Yeah, none of that. It's all just gonna be just a fun. Everyone gets made fun of, and we all leave happy.
Right, everybody's in the same boat.
Yeah, we're all people, man. That's my views. Especially like I tell you all the time, man. Once you go to Israel, I tell everybody, go to Israel. You go to the Dome of the Rock. You see, it's all. It's like the scene in Wizard of Oz when like you see behind the curtain, you're like, oh, this is what they want. They want us to hate each other when we're all really actually technically the same, because we're all going to the same fucking building, a big ass Walmart, and that was the original Walmart. Dome of the Rock, the original Walmart. Drop the mic. It really was, because Walmart is where you see everybody. Everyone goes to Walmart. People like to say they don't go to Walmart. But they do. They do.
Well, it's just right up there with Amazon.
It's like, and if you had a chance to go to the Dome of the Rock, you wouldn't go to the Dome of the Rock? You would, just because everyone, like, damn near everybody's religion somewhere is connected to the Dome of the Rock.
Google.
Yeah. And then you're like, boom. You go there, you're like, what the fuck? Because you see a guy who's from fucking Kansas City, Missouri.
Yep.
You see a dude from fucking Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. You see someone from the Gaza Strip, Israel, and then you're like, oh, we're all the fucking same. It's a fun time though. It's a good time. I recommend everyone to go there. You want to see another video?
Pop it up.
So, I don't know if you know what vaping is. Do you know what vaping is?
I do know what.
Okay, so this guy.
I do not vape though.
No.
But I know what vaping is.
I've heard it's bad for your health.
I heard it's worse than cigarettes.
Yeah. I've heard this. I've heard. But this guy, he vapes. He vapes, but he vapes something a little bit differently.
Okay.
This took 3 loads.
Oh, hold on real quick. Well, you got a little sneak taste of what that was.
I did.
This took 3 loads, approximately 3 wanks, and I got my vape full of my cum, and every time I try this, it tastes different. So today when I vape my cum, I'm going to tell you what it tastes like. Tastes pretty good today. It's the usual. It's a little bitter, kind of bleachy, but there's notes of mango and pineapple in there, and with a little bit of saltiness to it. So, you get like it tastes like you just ate like a roast beef with pineapple on it, which is a pretty interesting taste for vape juice. But you can only get that flavor when you vape your own cum.
So Rachel, Would you ever like? Because I believe you have a boyfriend, a significant
I do
other.
have a boyfriend.
Would you ever vape your boyfriends cum, or have you ever vaped your boyfriends cum?
I would never do that.
You would never do it.
I
Like,
would never do that for anyone, to anyone, for any amount of money.
really? Why not?
Let the record show we are on record.
Yeah, why would you never do that?
That is just, just not something that's up my alley, but to each his own, clearly, for that young man. That was very entertaining, though, for us. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, it's a no for me.
Really? So, no amount of money. None.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so right now, like, I had a briefcase. I had like $100,000, and like, I mean, like, I just a drop of like semen. It could even be your boyfriend's semen, and I had it. And I'm like, shh. I torched up a little dab stick, and I'm like, all right, you ready, Rachel? You want to do this? This little amount of semen, you just gotta dab it up.
All right, listen. I would do it if he...
See, there it is. There it
Wait
is,
a minute,
everyone.
hold
See,
on,
all right.
Blair.
See, there we go. There we go.
I would do it if he also did the same for me. He's going to be so pissed I said that. If he also did the same for me.
So he would have to dab his own cum. He would have to,
mine.
really.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I mean, I feel like that's fair.
Facts.
Okay.
But he would also have to get $100,000 as well.
Oh, well,
That's
I only
right.
have.
Pay up.
That's where and that's where the hustle comes from, right
That's
there.
right, player. I'm not messing around over here.
There it is. Okay, so yeah.
Oh my gosh, I keep hitting that. That's horrible. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. So yeah.
Used to the mic.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's cool. Okay.
Mhm.
So you do have a boyfriend, but if you were single right now, I have a friend who made a video of like him trying to, connect with, or actually, no, I take that back. Actually, this was like a video. This might be the video. I actually talked to Brandon before this podcast started, and I'm changing this joke all at seamlessly, like beautiful. You can't even tell that I'm changing this joke, but like actually, this was the video of Brandon he made for you when you guys first started dating, and when because he calls you Julia, that's like your guys' nickname, right?
Right.
Right.
Correct.
Right. Right.
It's me, Joe. Just
And he
wanted to
calls
say
himself
hi.
Joe.
Wish you a great day. Tell you that meeting you yesterday
This is special.
and getting a look at you was probably one of the greatest moments of my life. You were so beautiful. You don't know how beautiful you are to me. I mean, just, you're gorgeous. You're precious.
I remember that.
And but it's been sitting in my mind when you said to me you want to go back with your ex-boyfriend. Please erase him from your memory. Don't ever go back in the past. I know, because I've been there. And I understand when, you're trying to find somebody and you go on dates and nothing compares to your ex. But there is that better person out there. And Julia, I promise you it is me. I will love you like you've never been loved before.
Wow.
I will cherish you. I'll make you feel like a woman, a real woman. And believe me, after you experience me, you won't even know who your ex-boyfriend is. So, open up your heart to me in your arms. Let's go full throttle. I could see me falling in love with you. I don't know, I just looked in your eyes and I just melt.
Wow.
Anyhow, I'm heading off to work. This is my cute little home. Everything you see behind me, I built everything. Every square inch, from crown molding to chair rail to floors to lighting
I
to
don't see
plumbing,
crown molding, by the way.
doors, windows.
Oh, wait,
It's there.
Some, there's
So
some.
this
It's
is the kind of
there.
guy you're getting. I'm a very
There wasn't
handy
some
guy,
already.
and I'd love to build you whatever you want. You're a sweetheart. So I hope this video doesn't scare you, but that's how I feel.
That's okay.
I just want you to know that. Okay? And I look forward going out to dinner with you. So let's make it happen. Mwah. Ciao, baby.
Yeah, it's crazy. Brandon was drunk and he made you that video, and he thought your name was
Wow.
Julia. It was So
it's a little unbelievable, folks.
so that's how he got you. Was this the video that?
This wasn't supposed to get leaked. So I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry.
So if a guy ever did that, what would you do if a guy ever sent you a video like that? You woke up one morning and you're like, oh man, Joe sent me a text message early in the morning. Like, oh man, he was thinking about me this early. And then you opened up and you saw that.
Well, first of all, I don't know if I would have opened it up because I probably would have blocked him already. Because he seems a little too much. And if I was going back to my ex, clearly he drove me to be insane.
Right.
Because if I went back to my ex, I would be insane. So, I don't know because I would not have received it. But if I hypothetically did receive it,
Right.
I'd be like, sorry about you, bro. I mean, what do you say? I mean, you can't. I made a decision. It was a heartfelt video. Is that what we should say? Because now I'm a bitch now. Cause
No.
now that's
No,
a
it's
typical
creepy. It's creepy
woman.
as shit. It's super creepy.
That was such a heartfelt message.
Yeah,
Thank
he
you.
really liked you, Rachel,
But it's a no.
or Julia.
It's a no for
Whatever.
me. Yeah, because Julia's nice. Julia is nice. Julia is nice. You got to get that accent just like he did,
Yeah.
Okay. Rachel is not. Julia is, though. Julia thought it was so nice, but she feels so bad. She has to hurt his feelings.
So I have another video.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
this
Are you
one?
ready?
Is this one, too?
Are you ready for this?
To tell you, if you've had any,
Let me.
4 strokes. Okay.
sorry, but I'm here to tell you, if you've had any kind of erectile disorder problems, I'm here to tell you, forget about Viagra, forget about Salus, forget about dick implants and all that stuff. I told you what to do, and it does work. So I don't know if you believe me or not, but if you like to see me smoke some meth with a small limp dick that doesn't get hard any other way, and watch it get harder and harder, the more I smoke, the harder my dick gets. It's unbelievable. If you want to see it, tell me yes. If you don't, it's okay too, I won't. But I just want all of you guys to see. You're gay, you won't believe how good it feels. If you're straight, you won't believe how good it feels. Your dickhead becomes so sensitive that you don't need lube, you don't need spit. You just stroke that dickhead just up and down 4 times. Just barely do it. And you will shoot an enormous amount of very thick, hot white cum. More cum than I've ever did in my life. And I know I'm gay. I love to get blowjobs.
So does this video make you want to do some meth?
Oh, it sure does not.
No. Oh, well, I had a whole bunch
Sure
of meth
does
over
not.
here on the table that I thought maybe we could. No, I thought this
Not
would be.
today, at
No?
least. Not
Okay.
today.
No.
Mm.
Well, yeah, that's.
That was hot and thick.
Hot, thick, white cum.
Enormous amount. Cool.
And I tell you what, I cannot wait when I'm so fucked up and hot and horny on meth. I let anybody suck and get me a blowjob. I'm telling you.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Anyone. His penis is for anyone.
anyone.
He includes anybody.
Anybody.
So, however you identify,
Gay,
he is here
straight,
for you.
male. He just wants his
He is here for you.
wiener.
He
Suck.
he just wants, he wants to feel good.
So, no, that
There's
isn't.
nothing wrong with it,
Here, have you ever even been offered meth? I have never been into a situation where
No.
meth has even been into the room.
I've never seen it.
No, I've never seen it. Like, if you honestly.
It's been within hundreds of feet of me because of my neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
but I've never seen it.
See, that's interesting because, I've never seen it either.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm pretty educated but if you were like, oh, what are you doing over there? Like, oh, we're doing some crystal meth. Like, oh, well, I didn't know that was meth. Okay, well, I'm going to walk away. But I feel like I would never get myself into a situation for that to ever happen.
Yeah.
So.
I feel really bad. I keep hitting this against this. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh my God,
It
messing up
happens.
the audio.
No, it's fine. No, you are completely fine.
Yeah, no, never seen meth. Like in the movies and stuff, but I don't know really what it looks like, excuse me. In person. And
Yeah.
I'm good. I hope I don't. I hope I don't.
So you want to see? I have another video if you want to see it.
Yep.
Actually, I have a couple more videos. I totally forgot. I just found this new. I had an old file. I'm like, where the fuck is this old file? And I had all these videos. I'm like, oh, there it is, right there. And so like,
I'm here for it.
so you know how you're a singer, right? And you sing. So
Mhm.
I was talking to one of my uncles, and he lives over in Egypt, and he was like, oh, like I want to do some singing stuff too, but he wants to do some duet stuff on like TikTok. And I'm like, well, I have a friend who does do that stuff, but I have to like make sure it's okay. But I wanted to wait to show all this so we get it on the podcast. So I have this video I wanted to show you of my.
Okay.
He did a like, I guess you could say an audition for you to see if you would want to eventually do like maybe some TikTok duets together.
I'm here for it.
So yeah, this is a one of my cousins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm here for it.
So
he hasn't aged a day.
no.
Good looking man.
Stay the Latin, 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 ha 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 ha, stay the Latin, stay the Latin, ha 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 ha, stay the Latin.
He's on beat though. At least he's on beat. Words are absolutely wrong. But he's on beat. I could sing with him right now. He'd be on beat.
So it's a small little taste, but what do you think? Would you?
You know, if he just shuts his mouth, let's just mute him. And well, no, we can't do that because we'd have to mute the whole thing. No, as long as he doesn't sing, I can have him be in the background as you know.
Oh, because he can
music.
he can keep time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he can keep that
he's
rhythm.
he's very musically sound and like so many everyone in my family thinks he's super talented. I wouldn't see why you wouldn't want to do some duet stuff with him. And so
I mean, maybe
he's gonna be watching this video, so I just
maybe we can throw in a few verses, but like, we don't want to get crazy.
Like,
we don't want to do too much.
Cause he was like trying to be like, yeah, if she really likes my like what I do, like maybe we can like make a whole like album together.
We could talk about it.
Yeah, like I think you guys could definitely like.
We could talk about it. We could talk about it. We could definitely have words about it.
Yeah, I think you guys could definitely do something together.
Yeah, we could
I
figure
really
out
do.
some words to talk about for sure.
For sure.
So let him know that we could have a conversation one day. You know?
Yeah. Okay. So it's totally cool if I give him your number and you guys can talk on the phone and like do some video chats and stuff.
Yeah, give him my work number.
Okay, definitely for sure. Okay.
And we'll go from there.
Okay, definitely we'll do that. Like
everybody has a dream, you know? Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, he's gonna be so ecstatic hearing about this.
I do it, I'm just out here doing God's work.
Just doing God's work. That might have been one of the first things that like really bonded us together was that we're just out here just doing God's work. Doing God's work. Nothing I hated more would being on that line. It was awful. Not a good time. Oh man, what else do I have? I have some more. Yeah. So
Gosh,
question. Would you ever date your mom?
No.
Why?
Well, I'm going to say the obvious reasons for legally. Well, it's illegal, and that's my mother, and I don't look at her that way. I look at her as a mother and a protector, not a lover.
All right. Well, there's some people that don't think like that, so this is one of them.
Okay, let the record
I'm
show.
your mom, and you're my son, and I am falling in love with him. He said, "Are you really?" I said, "Yes, I am." He said, "You know what?
That's something.
I was scared to let you know too. I am too.
We're both consenting adults. If it comes down to it, it's just like the gays. They're
Just like the gays.
It's just like the gays. So, like, I don't understand, like, why wouldn't you date your mom? Or maybe your dad. Like, would you ever date your dad?
I can't handle that. For sure would not. For sure would not.
But it's just
But
like...
I've known them my whole life as my mother and father, too.
Yeah.
as long as they're over 18, everything's fine.
Yeah, like, it's I don't...
I asked him, will you ever
Would you...
date your mom? And he's
Yeah, would you ever just date your mom?
No. It's a hard no for the incest. It's a hard no for the incest.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Thought I knew you. I thought I knew who you'd be. It's not one of them.
You know, I usually don't.
But you know what causes that, though? You know what causes, like, I think, well, I don't know if I ever talked to you about this, but, like, because, like, when, like, a kid is adopted or a kid is, like, abandoned by the mother and, like, they reconnect to each other when they're older, like, they don't have those boundaries that were developed as a kid. So you can, like, look at your mother as someone you can have sex with, which is one of the weirdest, grossest things that can ever happen.
I sure do not. Let the record show.
So you never date your mom?
I wouldn't.
Okay. All right. Well, I was just saying, maybe you should
try it out.
No.
I have a bunch of sound effects. I have some sound effects too.
You rub.
That's an Asian guy talking about jerking off.
Rub.
You rub.
Rubbing it out.
And then,
because he's gay.
yeah, that was a girl talking about how she is sleeping with another guy because her husband is gay, and her side guy got her pregnant.
Oh, wow. I think they can live happily now then.
Yeah. Well, no, they still live together still.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to say they could split and he could live his life and she could,
If only it was that easy.
If only. Marriage is another ball game.
So you want to see another video?
Show it. God bless this thing, dude.
You want to come, move in. A friend can move in with you too. You want to come, move in. A friend can move in with you too, man. Free rent, you get a lease and a key. Fuck me. Piss on me. Beat me. I'm home there now. You see me? You want to come over today and try it out? Try it out, man.
What is he saying?
He's he's just piss on him, beat on him.
I was like,
I thought that was a longer version. I'm sorry.
Your son, I said, honest truth, yes, I would.
That still was funny.
Good.
It's okay.
That is what it
I
is.
was trying to pick words out. I was like, wait a minute. He's literally not making sense.
Yeah, like I have all these videos. I'm just like, oh, what else do I have here? What else do I have here? Like, what else is going on?
Do you ever watch videos of people falling?
All the time.
I love it.
All the time.
It's hilarious.
All the time.
Because I'm like, why? The question of the year is why? What made you think that was a good idea? What made you think that wood was going to
I saw this one today. I didn't send it to you. I copied and I pasted it, but I was like, this was hard for me to watch. But so it was in some it was some Latin speaking country. I don't have the link anymore at all.
Oh.
It was in this Latin speaking country, and it was this so there was a cement roof, but there's about like that much space between that and these bars. But the bars were had sharp points at the edge of every single one of them. And this kid was trying to sneak up over into other one, and he got over and he got his head. He was in his head, and it came down, and it spiked through his bottom. The soft part. Where your jawbone is, and it went through the soft part. And he was just sitting there, and two guys had helped him get him off of it.
He was dead.
No, he was fine. He was alive.
alive?
He was alive. He was alive.
He was alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I almost said that to you.
That's
But I didn't.
That's something.
I can't show that stuff on this show.
Yeah, we cannot.
But
that's rough. But a video nonetheless. I would have watched it. Thank God he didn't die. I'm glad he didn't die. I was gonna be sad if he died, but if he didn't die, then it's alright. But what are you doing, bro? Be careful.
Oh, dude, it was dumb.
Be careful right now.
So do you know what time it is?
I sure don't.
All right. Well, we're about we're going into the descent of the podcast.
Okay.
And how we like to close out this podcast is we go on this website called Craigslist Misconnections. You've heard of Craigslist, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So they have this part called Misconnections. And what we like to do is Aaron and I like to try to bring people together, and we like to read some of these misconnections. And every once in a while, whenever they have phone numbers, we try to call them. They never answer. And then, like, that's it. They never answer. They never do anything. Like,
okay. Misconnections.
So.
Didn't even know this was a thing until I saw it on your podcast.
Are you serious? You had no idea this was a thing? Oh, this is like...
I mean, I knew there was weird stuff on Craigslist,
all right.
but like...
Girl in red dress at water park, Independence.
Already sketchy.
Because it's Independence, Missouri. And you know what's the best?
You know what you are, okay?
If you don't know, if you don't live in the state of Missouri, Independence, Missouri is one of the capitals of meth.
A little rough.
It's a little rough place to go.
Bit.
Whenever I see someone, like even like on any dating app, and like they're from Independence, Missouri, I'm like, I don't know if I would ever want to. I'm like, I'm good, homie. I think we're gonna.
What is it? Left swipe?
Yeah, I'm gonna just go the opposite way. Where are you at? You're over here. I'm gonna go way over here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go over here. All right. Seen her sitting.
Seen her. Hold on. I seen her.
Seen her sitting at a park bench yesterday, hoping this gets back to her if she is single or would just like a friend.
Hold on. Let me reread this for you. Let me reread this because this is real white trash. Okay, and I can say that because I'm white. Seen her sitting at a park bench yesterday, hoping this gets back to her if she's single or would just like a friend. There you have it. Very interesting.
Woof.
I hope you find that girl in the red dress, my friend. Good luck.
Oh man. Yeah.
That's rough.
It's so if you what's so funny about these things is that these guys always they feel like they have these moments with these women. Because I'm assuming these are men, that only men would have the time and effort to be like, you know what? I'm going to shoot my load here and hopefully it hits. Like, it's just, I'm going to go Craigslist Misconnections and just see if this is the girl. But the thing is, they never put any information down. They're never like, email me at here, text me at this number. It's always that.
Well, I don't know what to tell you because men are men. You know, who knows what they do and why they do it.
All right.
Men are interesting creatures.
I feel like it's gonna be the lake theme this year. I mean this week because it's getting hot outside.
Hot girl summer, white boy summer, whatever everybody was saying.
It's like 95 degrees outside today. Don't you love how like they have the temperature and then it's like what it feels like?
Oh yeah, that's
they could easily just tell us what it feels like is the temperature.
Yeah, just say that because then I'm like, okay, I can plan for this. Yeah.
Because when you say like, well, it's 86 degrees, but it feels like 112.
The humidity's like 1,000,000.
Yeah, but you're like, why don't you just tell me?
Oh, I was gonna wear my hair down. It's wrong. Wrap it up.
It's like I don't have a thermometer. I don't. So you could have lied to me, and I would have been like, "That's right. That feels right about right." Yeah.
I know it. It's 93.2 degrees.
Do you know you can tell the You can tell the temperature outside by you hear crickets chirp. No, if you do crickets, for 14 seconds, how many chirps they make in 14 seconds, and you times that by 40. That's how you know the temperature outside. That is really a way. I swear to God.
Is that a real thing? I feel like you're trying to josh.
No, I'm being dead serious. I'm gonna have to totally Google this now for you. So no, I'm being dead serious.
I was like, I don't want to say you're lying, but I'm also gullible, so. I can't wait to read this. Already, just the first sentence. I just can't.
What?
That's a creature.
It's surprisingly simple to convert cricket chirps to degrees Fahrenheit. Just count the number of chirps in 14 seconds, then add 40 to get the temp. Then the number will get what is approximately what temperature is outside.
I am shook. That's.
I know. I joke a lot about a lot of stuff, but there are certain little things.
I was like,
Yeah, there are certain little things that I'm like, no. Like that one sounds crazy, but apparently that one is a thing. I didn't know this until maybe like 3-4 months ago. I'm just like random Google searching when I'm baked as fuck.
Those are always the best searches.
Yeah. I really feel like I need to bring up like stone Google searches back into my stories because I have a bunch of stuff that I found, like stuff like
Insane.
that. So, because I always thought that was always a little funny thing.
It
But I'm like,
is.
I kind of got rid of it because it was the last story, and like not many people watched as much as the first story. So I'm like, I'm wasting my time doing all the searching for not any reward for it. But this guy, Clinton, Missouri Lake,
Clinton.
you were a white female in your late 40s.
No. You were.
You were a white female in your late 40s and early 50s. I noticed you, but I am not certain you noticed me. ?
Oh.
I was in the MWM, well dressed. What man W?
Yeah.
Well dressed in my mid 50s. White. What would MWM stand for? White male, masculine.
Dude.
MWM.
Masculine white male.
Masculine white. Yeah, I think that's probably what it'd be. Masculine white male.
Not be that. I can't.
Yeah, masculine white male, dressed in my mid 50s, relatively attractive.
Oh, he is something. He is so special.
HWP, I like what? HW without problems, without prostate. HWP. Oh man, we're gonna have to look that one up.
Do these acronyms.
Was it HWP? Yeah, HWP.
MWM.
HWP meeting. Height, weight,
height weight proportionate.
That's what it means, height weight proportionate.
Oh, relatively
attractive
and
height weight appropriate.
Okay, so first of all, YP, it's an A. Secondly, what's the MWM then?
MWM?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that means white masculine male.
If we're right, I'll die.
Was it MWM meaning? Married white male. Oh.
I was the married white. Oh.
Talk to the mic.
I'm trash. Sorry. I was the married white male. He's trash.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start again. I think that's all the. Okay.
That's everybody in the room.
You were a white female in your late 40s and early 50s. I noticed you, but I'm not certain you noticed me. I was the MWM, well dressed in my mid 50s, relatively attractive, and HWP. I'd like to take this further if you are interested in getting to know me better. If you think we may be a match, please contact me. I'm going to keep this one because this one is...
That is so interesting.
For my...
I'm not checking for married men.
Yeah.
If I'm single, you know? It's just I'm not a homewrecker, you know? It's a no for me. That's interesting.
Oh, man.
Maybe he'll find her.
Maybe. DoorDash.
Oh.
All right. DoorDash, Grubhub driver, Kansas City, Kansas.
Ooh, Kansas.
All right. We chatted at the Rice Bowl. I'd like to chat more! ! I complimented you on your mask while we waited for the food.
Wow. This is special.
Oh, dude, yeah, dude. It really blows your mind that this is a small group of people in this world that are just, dude, they could be anybody. We could be interacting with them every day. We have no clue. Yeah. Did I ever tell you I hooked up with a girl from Craigslist once?
No, that's special.
Yeah. So I had just ended a 7-year relationship and I was pretty fucked up. just mostly sad, alone. And I was living in Los Angeles, and Los Angeles, that's where you want to be when you're dealing with a 7-year breakup. Is in one of the biggest cities in in the world. Feeling very alone, and so I was on Craigslist Misconnection. I was on Craigslist, not Misconnection, but I was on Craigslist, and I was just like searching through casual, I don't know, just random shit. And I found this girl, and she had all these pictures, this black girl, and she had all these pictures of her body without her face. And she's like, send me a picture of your face and a little bit about you. And if I think you're cute, I'll send you a picture of who I am. So I did that. And she sent some back, and she was actually relatively attractive. Surprisingly, you should not be on this website. Neither one of us were too attractive to be on this. And we went out, we had some wine.
You met it, and she was who she was.
Yeah, and she was who she was. Yeah, and we had some wine, and we had a conversation, and then I'm like, hey, you want to come back over to my place and maybe have some more wine? And we ended up just doing it. Yeah.
There you go. There you have it, folks.
I've never told that story ever because I've always been super embarrassed to tell it.
You got one shot, one opportunity.
Yeah.
To seize every moment.
And sometimes you throw up your mom's spaghetti.
Did you really?
No, I don't know. But
I was like,
this is the song. I thought you were quoting the Eminem song.
I was.
Okay, yeah, and the spaghetti
but
part.
But I lost it after that. Sorry, it went away. New thoughts came in.
Oh man, but it was totally banged a girl off Craigslist once.
Hey, at least
I wore a condom, guys. Don't worry, I wore a condom.
Always stay protected.
Car wash, Olathe. Your car was done too quickly. I was hoping to talk and maybe get your number. Hopefully you see this. What did I comment on?
What did you comment on?
Oh, I said I liked her. I was like, hey, the floor's lava out there. You got to be careful. That's what I said to her.
Remember that. They would remember that.
And then she was like, oh, yeah. And then,
thanks.
Bye. And she drove away out of my life. Bye. Yeah.
Oh.
Looking for a lady friend, Overland Park, Kansas.
That's a no for me on Kansas.
To trade pics with and just chat. Clean white male here in my 40s.
Clean white male. He had to let you know, ladies, that he was a clean white male. Don't get it twisted.
Not once.
He's not dirty.
But what's so funny is that you choose Craigslist. Granted, I've been here. I've been this person. So I understand. But I've never been the person to write a thing. I was I searched. I was a shark. I was not a little guppy. I didn't just swim around. Oh, if I don't get bitten. I'm like, no, I'm coming. I'm diving in this waters for an exact reason. If I don't find anything, I'm out. So.
You know what you really want to be, though? The ultimate predator in the ocean? Killer whale.
I was going to say a bear, but
Wrong.
Okay.
Killer whale.
Why?
They eat everything.
That's true.
Literally. They eat whales. They eat sharks.
They can kill yeah, they do. And they're so smart. They jump on them and they just keep them in the water and they just drown them.
They're my favorite animal. I don't know if that says anything about me, but
I love them.
Moving on.
7-Eleven Northeast Kansas City.
Oh, that's interesting.
I was walking out of the 7-Eleven on Independence and Benton.
Dead.
Yeah. I was busy, so had to run. That's not a sentence. But then you use the right you use the right or your.
Right. Just mess it all up.
You're a lady who smiled and waved. Would like to contact. Was that you?
It may have been.
Hey!
I'm not going to lie.
Because you go that one all the time.
I for sure do.
All the time.
For no reason.
All right, we have... Anita?
Anita? Is that what it is?
Anita? I've never seen it written before. So if I don't see a word, I'm like, Anita? Anta?
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Anita? Okay, Anita. Anita?
M.
Anita? M.
Yeah. That's how you just say it. M.
Looking to reconnect with Anita. Right. I know it was not your real name. Oh, but you and I both know that. You had me over to your place once and we chatted some more. Lost your information and would love to reconnect. You had some great tattoos and a fantastic backside. Hope to hear from you.
That's nice. That's nice. I hope he finds Anita and her backside.
God bless you, sir.
Yeah, God bless him. He's a booty man. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm never not gonna hit this.
You hit that every time.
Oh, just did it again. That's fine. It's fine.
Hold on, I'm trying to just copy.
I
and
like
save
that
it.
name though, Anita. It's a pretty name.
Yeah, very Spanish. I think so. I think it is.
Yeah,
I don't know. It could be, could not be. Who knows, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
However you perceive life.
So we've reached the end of a podcast. We've done it. How does it feel? Like it's over. It's done.
It is over.
How does it feel to be on your first podcast?
I was super nervous at the beginning. I may or may not have said some dumb stuff, so don't judge me.
No, it usually takes some time for people to like kind of warm up to be involved in the. Like,
I already have something.
10 to 15 minutes. Yeah.
Oh my God,
But,
Rachel, why'd you say that?
So, normally this is the time where I would say like, do you have any plugs or anything like that? But you don't do any stand up and you don't do any film stuff. So.
Sure don't.
So yeah, I guess you can just like, comment, and subscribe on this video.
Yeah. Check out his solo podcast though.
Yeah, check out my solo podcast. The John Show comes out every Tuesday. Check out this, comes out every Thursday.
Tomorrow.
That's about it. It really helps if you guys give us a thumbs up. That's really the biggest thing I can say. So, yeah. Anyway,
thanks
for
having
watching.
Me.
Thanks for
having me.
Thanks for coming over and doing this because this
it.
is always such a weird thing to ask people to do.
Yeah, but it was cool. I had fun.
All right. Well, sex, drugs in Kansas City, guys.
Yeah, my shirt.
All right. We'll talk to you guys on the next episode. Bye.